So with me now are Elizabeth Taylor-Mead, who's Executive Director of the independent Phoenix Cinema, and alongside her, a film critic, Rebecca Perfect. Elizabeth, your cinema is the longest, tell me what it is, the longest continually open cinema in the country.
Purpose-built
cinema
for how long?
In
the country, 104 years.
Have things ever been this bad before, or are they always good for you?
Sure, things always go through cycles, but you know, we face new challenges all the time. So now people have so many different ways of consuming culture, you know, from the palm of your hand to sitting with, you know, 500 strangers in a dark room, and it's all good.
Watching a film.
Exactly, right.
What do you make of this idea then from the boss of Lionsgate UK saying you should charge different amounts for different kinds of movies?
I think it's misguided. I think it sends a bad message. You know, it's sort of like positive discrimination in a sense. And I don't think that the arena of arts and culture is the place for that, to say, you know, this film is worth so much money, this type of film is not.
The thing is, Rebecca, I mean, some films, Hollywood blockbusters cost 250 million quid to make, and some small-scale British films cost 10 million. So there's a point there, isn't there?
There is a point, but I think I have to agree. I think Ziggy's slightly misguided in the way he's saying. I think cinema prices, if you ask anyone, you know, if they're going to the cinema, what's the biggest deterrent? And they'll say cost. So I don't think it's about pinpointing particular films to lower the cost on. I mean, you know, for the smaller films, if it was a lower cost, maybe more people would be less risk-averse to going to watch it. But at the same time, I think it should be an overall change to the cinema system to see if we can reduce it to make more people go to the cinema year on year, really.
The thing is, and I don't mean your cinema in this, the multiplexes lend themselves to certain big budget films, don't they? But films like Interstellar, let's have a quick look.
Potentially habitable worlds right within our reach.
Could save us from extinction.
Here we go. You can't just think about your family now, you have to think bigger than that.
Now, Elizabeth, this is made for cinemas with the biggest screens in the country. It's perhaps not right for your cinema. I don't know if you're showing it or not.
We are not showing it.
But you can see why cinemas of that ilk could charge 15, 20 quid a ticket for this.
Yes, you can see that they would, and I don't have a problem with them charging that if people want to come, but I think that we're looking in the wrong place. It's not, people are not going, I don't think they're not going to cinemas because of the price, because, you know, people choose all kinds of ways to spend money. I think what they're saying is the experience isn't good enough when we're there to pay that kind of money.
Don Wood on Facebook said it's far too noisy in the small cubicles they use as picture houses these days. Lorna Hall, on the other hand, says it's far too expensive to go as a family, plus I'd rather watch it at home in comfort. There's a point there, Rebecca, isn't it? You've got to share this space with other people, and some people have horrendous manners.
Yeah, but there's not. What can you do about that, really?
Ban popcorn.
Ban popcorn, maybe, but then again, that's another revenue for the cinemas. They're not going to do that. I think there are far too many platforms out there for us to watch, you know, movies on. Like you said, you know, you've got viewing platforms like Netflix. Wait a few months and maybe it will be on there. So why then pay such a high price to go to the cinema? I think it's a really, really tough call to what we can do. There is no black and white solution to this problem, but there is something. It's nice and refreshing that someone from the studios is addressing that there is a problem.
I mean, Interstellar, you can see why it's on the big screen. Mr. Turner, on the other hand, small budget British film, well, have a look for yourselves.
My little lad could draw. I thought he could read and write. Is that who?
Constable, Turner.
Now, look, meant to be a great film, but it does seem to lend itself perhaps for, you know, a nice Sunday afternoon in front of the telly, wouldn't you say?
We just showed it for 2 weeks and packed audiences in 4 times a day from morning till night.
How much did you charge for a ticket, if you don't mind asking?
Our highest ticket price is $9.50, but we're a charity. We don't get any government funding, and so we also have a friends scheme, and our little one-screen cinema with 255 seats has 3,000 friends. So people vote with their wallets. And if you create an experience and put your audience at the center and are mission-driven to provide the best experience you can for your customer, they will support you.
I hope all the friends don't turn up at once. It would be quite tricky, wouldn't it? 3,000 people descending. Very quickly, Rebecca, just last word to you. I mean, how is it going to sort itself out?
I think the experience, I agree, has to get bigger and better. And I think, technology might be a way to do that. That's an expensive route to go down, but it could be something that we'll see change in 5-10 years' time. We could have a fully immersive cinema landscape, and that would be incredible for some films. I think if we just encourage everyone to see more films, that would be brilliant.